ask the devotee. The speed is very slow. Yeah. Huh? Radhe, right? Refresh it. I'm refreshing it. What? There's nothing? Huh? Hare Krishna Maharaj. No. Hmm? You want to take it? Go ahead. Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Vihari only 2.6 Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Vihari. Before it was quite fast. Maybe as a hotspot. Somebody hotspot. Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivaradari Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivaradari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Vihari Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivarada Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivaradhari Yasodanandana Braja Janaranjana Yasodanandana Braja Janaranjana Yamuna Tira Vanachari Yamuna Tira Vanachari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Vihari. It's okay. Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivaradhari Jaya Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivaradhari Yasodhanandana Braja Janaranjana Yasodhanandana Braja Janaranjana Yamunatiravanachari Yamunatiravanachari Jai Radha Madhava Radha Madhava Sri Radhe Jaya Radha Madana Mohan Radha Madana Mohan Sri Radhe Jaya Radha Govinda Radha Govinda Sri Radhe Jai Radha Gopinata Radha Gopinata Sri Radhe Jaya Radha Bindavan Chandra Radha Bindavan Chandra Sri Radhe Jai Radha Shama Sundar Radha Shama Sundar Sri Radhe Jaya Krishna Balaram Krishna Balaram Krishna Balaram Jaya Krishna Balaram Jaya Gauranitai 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 Jaya 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 Prabhupada 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 Jaya Prabhupada Nitai Gaura Hari Go Hari Go Hari Go Go Hari Go Jai Gaur Sitanath Premanande
हरे कृष्णा। तो आइए हम स्वागत करते हैं हिज होलीनेस भक्ति अनुग्रह जनार्दन स्वामी महाराज का श्री राधा वृंदावन चंद्र में एक बार हरे कृष्ण महामंत्र बोल के हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। साथ में अनंत कृष्ण गोस्वामी महाराज भी यहाँ पर आए हैं, उनके लिए भी एक बार हरे कृष्ण महामंत्र बोल के स्वागत करते हैं। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्ण।
Hare Krishna Nama Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Krishna Bhutale Srimati Gopal Krishna Goswami Tamini Prabhupada Sahityam Yapakashamiti Vacha Pacharan Kirvan Sadhu Vidpati Nama Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prestaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swamin Iti Namine Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvisesa Sunyabhadi Paschatya Deshatarine Om Jnana Timirandasya Gyananjana Shalakaya Chakshurun Militam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Shri Chaitanya Manobishtam Stapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamaya Dati Swapadantikam Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Juta Padakamalam Shri Gurung Vaishnavamscha Sirupang Sagrajatan Sahagana Raghunatan Vitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Sri Radha Krishna Padan Sahagana Lalita Sri Visakan Vitamscha He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dinabandho Jagatpate Gopesa Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namostute Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Visabhanu Sute Devi Pranamami Hari Priye Vancha kalpatarubhyascha kipasindubhya evacha patitanam pavanebhyo vaisnavebhyo namo namaha Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhar Sivasadi Gaura Bhaktabinda Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Reading from Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 7, The Science of God, Chapter 9, Prahlad pacifies the Lord with prayers, text number 50. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Hold on. I'm trying something new here. Someone just commented there is no sound coming out. Let's do it again. Hare Krishna. Oh, that's why. We'll take this out now. Hare Krishna, I hope there is some sound because I'm live streaming this lecture so that others can hear. I hope there is sound there now. Hare Krishna. Is there a sound there? Those who are watching, Hare Krishna. Okay, well, go to NVCC Live, then you can hear. Not with me now. Hare Krishna. Tate ritam namastute karma puja. Karma smitischaranayo shravanam katayam. Samsevaya tvai vinate sad angaya kim. Bhakting jana paramahangsa gato labeta. Somebody else.
Karma smriti charanayo shravanam kathayam. Sansevayat vai vineti sadarayam kim. Bhaktim janah paramahamsa gatau labeta.
Tattirhatama namah stutir karma puja. Karma smritischaranayo shravanam kathaya. Samsevaya tvai vineti shrangaya kim. Bhaktim jana paramahamsa gatau labheta.
Mataji's. Go ahead. Karma puja. Karma smritischaranayo shravanam katayam. Samsevaya tvai vinite sad angaya kim. Tattirhamasta karma puja. Karma smitischaranayo shravanam katayam. Samsevaya tvai vinite sadangayakam. Word for word translation. Tat, therefore, te, unto you, Arhatama, O Supreme of all worshipable persons. Namaha, respectful obeisances. Stuti karma puja, worshipping your Lord by offering prayers and other devotional activities. Karma, activities being dedicated to you. Smriti, constant remembrance. Charanayo, of your lotus feet. Shravanam, always hearing. Katayam, in topics about you. Samsevaya, such devotional service. Twayi, unto you. Vina, without. Iti, thus. Sat angaya, having 6 different parts. Kim, how? Bhaktim, devotional service. Jana, a person. Paramahamsa-gato, obtainable by the Paramahamsa. Labeta, may attain. Translation and purport by Srila Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Therefore, O Supreme Personality of Godhead, the best of all persons to whom prayers are offered, I offer my respectful obeisances unto you, because without rendering 6 kinds of devotional service unto you, offering prayers, dedicating all the results of activities, worshiping you, working on your behalf, always remembering your lotus feet, and hearing about your glories, who can achieve that which is meant for the Paramahamsas? Please repeat. Therefore, O Supreme Personality of Godhead, the best of all persons, to whom prayers are offered, I offer my respectful obeisances unto you, because without rendering 6 kinds of devotional service unto you, offering prayers, dedicating all results of activities, worshiping you, working on your behalf, always remembering your lotus feet, and hearing your glories, who can achieve that which is meant for the Paramahamsas? Purport. The Vedas enjoin na yang atma prabhachanena labhyo na medhaya na bahuna shutena. One cannot understand the Supreme Personality of Godhead simply by studying the Vedas and offering prayers. Only by the grace of the Supreme Lord can one understand Him. The process of understanding the Lord, therefore, is bhakti. Without bhakti, simply following the Vedic injunctions to understand the absolute truth will not be helpful at all. The process of bhakti is understood by the Paramahamsa, who has accepted the essence of everything. The results of bhakti are reserved for such Paramahamsa, and this stage cannot be obtained by any Vedic process other than devotional service. Other processes such as jnana and yoga can be successful only when mixed with bhakti. When we speak of jnana yoga, karma yoga, and dhyana yoga, the word indicates bhakti. Bhakti yoga or buddhi yoga, executed with intelligence and full knowledge, is the only successful method for going back home, back to Godhead. If one wants to be liberated from the pangs of material existence, he should take to devotional service for quick attainment of this goal. Tateritama namastuti karma puja, karma shmitis charanayo shavanam katayam, samsevaya vinati sad angagayakim, bhaktim jana paramahamsa-gato labheta. So this is the conclusion of Prahlad Maharaj's glorifying and offering his prayers to the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Lord Nrsimhadev. Namaha. respectful obeisances. Prahlad Maharaj, being an ideal devotee, is accepting his position as very minimal, very small, and the Supreme Lord being the greatest and the most worshipable personality. He worships the Supreme Lord by offering such prayers. Puja, stuti karma puja. And he mentions 6 limbs of bhakti, which are considered to be the goal of one's life. A human form of life, there is a purpose. The purpose of human form of life is not to take birth again and suffer repeated birth, death, old age, and disease, but to be liberated and to go back home, back to Godhead. So Prahlad Maharaj, in this prayer, specifically mentions 6 kinds of devotional service. By rendering these 6 kinds of devotional service, one will attain perfection. This is like the secret of success. Secret of success in human form of life. Not to gain so much wealth, so much prestige, or position, or becoming famous. Automatically, a devotee is famous through his service. He doesn't have to be very wealthy or beautiful or highly educated, but because of his rendering selfless service towards the Supreme Lord, being self-satisfied and steady, SSS. Steady, self-satisfied, and simple. Being simple. We don't have to be complicated here. We do the same thing every day. These 6 limbs that Prahlad Maharaj gave in this prayer towards the Supreme Lord, a devotee is doing it every day, conclusively, all of them. He doesn't leave anything behind. All of his life, daily activities, is concerned about all of these things. 6 kinds of devotional service. Offering prayers. We start our day by offering prayers. As soon as we get up, we offer obeisances to our spiritual master, to Srila Prabhupada, Panchatattva, and starts chanting Hare Krishna Maha Mantra. The Mangalartik, again, we come here, we offer prayers to the spiritual master, to Tulsi Devi, and then we chant Hare Krishna Maha Mantra, and then Guru Puja, and then we hear the Srimad Bhagavatam. These are all prayers. Yes? Prayers can be very, very powerful. The Supreme Lord can hear us even though He is in Goloka Vrindavan. But He is also within us as Paramatma. So He's very far and He's also very near. And a pure-hearted devotee, when he prays towards the Supreme Lord reciprocates immediately. Prayers of what? Gajendra's prayer, Prahlad Maharaj's prayer, Queen Kunti's prayer. As Prabhupada says in the beginning, we don't have to invent any prayers. We just have to repeat the prayers of the Vaishnava Acharyas and great personalities in the line of disciplic succession. Of course, we can pray from within our heart But because our heart is not so 100% purified, but just repeating the prayers of the great saintly personalities, the acharyas, we will be able to also invoke the Supreme Lord's mercy. Dedicating all the results of activities. How do we do that? We should not have any agenda except to please Guru and Krishna and the Vaishnavas. Hari Guru and Vaishnavas. We should not have any self-motivation. These should be our prayers, actually. But in the beginning stage, a neophyte would like to have at least 50% for himself. So how can one become pure? Nevertheless, we still keep chanting, even though we are impure. Chanting makes us pure. Even in our impure state, we will become pure. As the saying goes, try and try until you succeed. So there is an offering that we should do. The offering, everything that we do, everything that we say, everything that we think, everything that we perform, everything that comes out in our very existence. This is what he called Paramahamsa. He thinks of Krishna and he thinks of Krishna for others. This is Paramahamsa. Other spiritualists, they only think for themselves. They don't think of others. So only Vaishnavas can be Paramahamsas. Hamsa means swan, and para means topmost. So Paramahamsa means topmost personality, swan-like personality. Prabhupada gave us an example that the swan, they can extract the milk from the water. Even though the milk is mixed with the water, the swan can extract, can separate. So similarly, the Paramahamsa, he sees everything connected to Krishna, even in the most impure place. Even in the most sinful personality, he can see the good. Like Prabhupada. And he gave an example. It's like, should be our vision. That we should see the good of everyone, from everyone. Even the most degraded personality, sinful personality. Everyone has at least one good thing in their life. Not everything bad. He would say, Prabhupada, you take this good thing and you spark. That spark, you fan. You fan the spark. Because Krishna is present in everyone's heart. That means love for Krishna is there in everyone's heart. It just needs to be uncovered. So, everything that we do, we should offer and dedicate the results to Lord Krishna. Worshipping you, that means archanam. Archanam. We cannot worship Krishna directly in his personal form, pure form, but we can worship Krishna even in our impure state through the deities. Can you see the Prime Minister so easily? Not really, unless you're a good friend of the Prime Minister like our Guru Maharaj. They can walk hand to hand. They can talk freely. But for us, we have to go through red tapes, to different protocols. You have to make an appointment. You cannot say, hey, Prime Minister, I want to see you now. So similarly, we cannot see the personal form of the Supreme Lord, that of Brajendranandana Krishna, but we can approach him through the deity form, but not directly also. Because when we do arti, when we worship the Lord, we do it on behalf of our Guru Maharaj. Not directly again. We have to go through the channel. First, you have to be a Brahmana. You have to cultivate the good qualities of the Brahmana. And when the spiritual master becomes pleased with you, then he will award you that Brahminical status in order to worship the Lord on his behalf. So again, we cannot do directly, but Krishna accepts our service. Krishna will not accept our service though if we don't chant Hare Krishna Mahamantra. It depends on how we chant the holy name of the Lord, then the Lord also reciprocates accordingly. He accepts. 𝗕𝗵𝗸𝗵 𝗕𝗵 So Archanam, even the Grihasthas should also worship the deities, specifically the form of the Lord who are most merciful, Sisi Gaur-Nitai. They don't take any offenses. We mentioned this the other meeting that we had. Radha Krishna worship, they take 100% of our offenses. One must be very careful. Jagannath, Baladev, Subhadra, 75%. Gaur-Nitai, 0%. But we should not take advantage. We should not, oh, Maharaj says, I've heard this. Yes, and this is true. Gaur-Nitai, look, Jagai Madhai. How offensive they are. They harm Lord Nityananda Prabhu. And Lord Nityananda Prabhu he didn't like condemn them. He didn't curse them to rot in hell for the rest of their lives. No, just to show an example. And because Lord Nityananda Prabhu forgave them, then Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu also forgave them. Gaur-Nitai, worship of Gaur-Nitai. Simple attitude, just like the story of who? Raghunandan Das Thakur, a mere young boy. It's very simple. He was told by his father to do the worship because he's going for some work. And he told Raghunandan that you be sure that you do everything that I'm doing. You've seen me doing it. And be sure that Gopal eats. And so he prepared something to Gopal. And through his innocence, he says, I don't have any devotion, but please accept this offering. Admitting his very, very humble way, in a humble way, his lowly position as a child. And the Lord ate the prasadam, not leaving anything in behind in the plate. Everything was taken. And then when the father returns, says, huh? Really? Did you do what I told you to do? Yes, Pitaji. Hanji. But then where is the prasad? What prasad? There is nothing left. What do you mean? Well, Gopal ate. You told me to feed him, and he did. So he checked. He wanted to be sure because he knew children doesn't lie. So he said, okay, I'm going again. It was short time this time, so you please do the same thing. So he hid in one of the areas in the deity room. And when he saw Gopal really eating, he jumped inside immediately and he caught Gopal half eaten the laddu. That deity is still in West Bengal. Have you seen that deity? Anyone here? Have you seen that deity? No? Maybe one day we'll see that deity. So, worshipping you, working on your behalf. Yes, we should be an instrument of the Supreme Lord, working on behalf of the Supreme Lord. We should not think that we are the doer or the enjoyer or the proprietor. We should always think that I'm a servant. It's like we don't know who is God. Prabhupada says in the introduction of the Bhagavad Gita, at least in the beginning, accept Krishna is God. Do we have any full realization Krishna is God? No. But the taste is there, especially in chanting the holy name, when we see the Archa Vigraha form of the Supreme Lord, when we follow the instructions coming from the spiritual master, we're having a little bit of realization that what I'm doing is actually on the right course. And that's why we're still here. We continue the same thing, doing it again and again, because there is some ruchi, there is some taste. However, Maya is very, very attractive also. And she will entice us as much as possible. This is her duty, to put us in a situation that we will always forget Krishna. But if we always remember that I am a servant of Lord Krishna, and He is the Supreme Master, He is the Supreme Enjoyer, then ultimately we will come to the point where we will become successful in our pursuit of spiritual life. It's like we don't know who is our spiritual master. We know that He is the most ideal devotee who's always serving the Supreme Lord. So at least let me follow in His footsteps. He's engaged 24 hours. He is the best example for me to become inspired to always serve Lord Krishna. I don't know who He is, but I know who am I. I am His servant. Simple. Very simple. If we always keep that in our mind, in our consciousness, then we will also become successful in our life. Always remembering your lotus feet. This is what you call pada sevanam. When we worship the Supreme Lord, as Prabhupada says, or when we take darshan of the Supreme Lord, he says we should start from His lotus feet, the meditation. Not go directly immediately to His most adorable, most beautiful, smiling lotus face. A servant doesn't usually go look unto the face of the master. Mostly the servant will always look on the ground or on his feet. So this is how we study also the Bhagavatam. We start from the first canto, second canto. First and second canto are compared to the lotus feet of Lord Krishna. Slowly, slowly, we go up to His limbs, to His body, and to His smiling face, the 10th canto of the Srimad Bhagavatam. So similarly, because the lotus feet means we acknowledge that Lord Krishna is our only shelter. He's the only one who can protect me. Even my family members cannot protect me at the time of death. Even the parents cannot protect their own children at the time of death. Your relatives cannot save you from the time of death. Your friends cannot save you at the time of death. Your loved ones cannot save you at the time of death. Only Krishna can save us at the time of death. And our spiritual master. Because they always go together. The spiritual master and Krishna are like two railway tracks, parallel. Both of them. No one. So when we take shelter of the Lord's lotus feet means following His instructions. From the Bhagavad Gita, from the 𝗕𝗵𝗇𝗵 and other Vedic scriptures. Instructions from the Vedic scriptures. Pada serving the lotus feet of the Lord also is like coming to the temple. You use your feet to come to the temple or go to the holy dham. That is also Pada Sevanam according to Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu, Srila Rupa Goswami, Nectar of Devotion. And hearing about your glories. Shravanam. Prabhupada says, most essential is Shravanam. Because if we don't hear, it's like reading is like a light. Hearing is like a light to see Krishna. But more important though is the application of what you heard. One can hear and having the ears of the snake. The snake has ears? No. They don't have ears. But they're very, very sensitive also. A little bit of movement, they can grasp. So, when we hear, we should also act. When we hear, especially the holy name of the Lord, His name, fame, form, qualities, and pastimes, it should go to one ear, but not coming out on the other ear. It should go one ear, or both ears, and then go inside to the heart. That purifies, that will purify us. And then when it comes within our heart, automatically it'll come out again through our mouth. Through His message, we will repeat the same message. No need to add anything, no need to subtract anything, just repeat what we've heard. So ultimately, bhakti is the only one. If it's executed with intelligence and full knowledge, it is going to be the only successful method for going back home, back to Godhead. Any other processes will not lead us to go back home, back to Godhead. No karma, no yoga, no jnana. But Prabhupada says all of this has to have a little bit of bhakti. Yoga means Astanga yoga. Like nowadays, there are many so-called yoga clubs or yoga institutions. Especially in the West, there is a hot yoga, there's cold yoga. You know what's hot yoga? They'll make the room so hot. Yeah, it's like an oven. I went to one of the kirtans And because they're not really like in the Bhakti Yoga program, but devotees are doing kirtans, so I went inside, it's so hot. I said, how come it's so hot here? Well, everyone liked it because they have a different conception of what real yoga is. Linking with Krishna, linking with God, that means that is yoga. So if you do just this mechanical exercise, sitting like a pretzel, doing some contortions of your body, but not having bhakti, not including mantra yoga, then it will not become successful. There's a cold yoga also. You know what's cold yoga? They do yoga in the snow, outside when it's really like snowing and they don't have any clothes practically. Trying to transcend from this body by doing that. There is also a beer yoga. Beer yoga? They will do exercise, sip a little bit of beer, and then do a little bit of exercise. How can you realize Krishna in this way? How can you realize God? How about jnana? Jnana without under the supervision, cultivating knowledge, without under the supervision of a bona fide, a realized person, then you'll end up a mental speculator, a mayavadi at most, impersonalist. Then how can you reach Krishna in that way? How about karma? Some, they said, oh, I'll just do my karma. We've heard this many times in India, especially here in Pune. Advaitis, right? They think that, oh, I'm just gonna do my karma. I don't need bhakti. If I do my karma, I'm doing my duty, I'll also attain moksha. It's not possible. You don't even know what is your duty. Your duty is to serve. That is Jaiva Dharma, the eternal duty of the living entities, not to accumulate wealth, and then when the children are grown up, then they will leave you behind, and you will just live alone in a big, big house, big villa. So this is happening. I'm happy. You're not. Without Krishna, you don't have anything. If you have Krishna, you have everything. It's like 𝗕𝗵𝗵𝗵, 𝗕𝗵𝗵𝗁. Practically, they have nothing. Materially. But spiritually, they have Krishna. And the most happy person. So, Prahlad Maharaj has concluded this. It's very, very inspiring for all of us to follow Prahlad Maharaj. Is the best example of a devotee whose concern is for the benefit of others. He is happy being a devotee, but unhappy to see others being unhappy. So our goal also is to attain this, to this level of Krishna consciousness. And it is possible. We have to do it, what? Be simple, self-satisfied, and no self-intention, self-agenda. Hare Krishna. I will stop here. Do you have any questions or comment? Yes, Prabhuji. Give the mic.
Hare Krishna Maharaj, humble obeisances Maharaj. Thank you so much for elaborating this verse. My question is about, you mentioned now in the class also and today morning also, today, that we have to try to see good in others, even in the sinful person. And today morning you were saying just before japa that even in the mind we should not be criticizing the devotees, especially on even the living entities actually.
Yes.
So I'm just trying. It's very, very difficult when I'm trying to chant the holy name or hear Bhagavatam. When I see someone who is consistently 5, 10, 50, whatever, some inappropriate thing is happening with the devotee, like someone might be sleeping or someone is on Vyasasana and speaking something inappropriate.
Yes.
So the mind tends to start criticizing,
to find fault,
and so on. So committing so many offenses. So how do I deal with? Because these devotees are extremely dedicated and almost worshipable actually.
Yes.
However, how should I try to, curb this tendency of mental criticism, and eventually it becomes verbal also sometimes. So can you please help, Ma'am?
The beginning, that is a tendency. But the more you become mature, then you see, in the beginning, you look at others. But when you become mature, you started to look within yourself. First, we have to see, am I doing the right thing? Am I doing what is expected for me to be an ideal devotee? This is what you call introspection. You have to kind of like analyze deeper within your heart where you are at. When you become mature in bhakti, just by your being a good example, they can see you as really like you're acting the way you should be as a devotee. Then you become a good example for them to follow. You don't have to correct them. Yeah, there is a tendency always to correct, but that is not good. First, correct ourselves. If we cannot correct ourselves and I'm correcting another person, then I'm a hypocrite. We cannot even see our eyelids. It's just right in front of me. I cannot see. But we can see our heart, especially when we chant the holy name sincerely, attentively. We can see, because the Hare Krishna Maha Mantra, again, is like a mirror. The more you chant attentively, purely, then the more you will see yourself. 𝗕𝗵𝗿𝗵. That is the very beginning of the success to come. So we should not chant mechanically at all times. We have to become mature that when we chant, it has to be done with love and devotion, begging Krishna for service. So yes, a neophyte will always want to find fault. If we always want to find fault, you will find fault in everything. You will even find fault on the rug. You know the rug right there? Oh, it's so dirty. Look at that, But that is the purpose of the rug, to wipe your dirty feet. If you say, because see, the rug is composed of horizontal and vertical threads, right? Oh, this is dirty. Oh, this is dirty. This is dirty. That is dirty. What you will end up? Nothing. And where are you going to wipe your feet? And you're going to make the temple room so dirty. That rag has a purpose. To wipe your feet. So every one of us has his own purpose. So you have to see the good things in others. Everyone has at least one single good thing. He may be sleeping while chanting japa, but he's good in sweeping the floor. That you are not seeing? You're only seeing the bad thing? Oh, he's always on time for Mangal Arti, but then he sleeps during japa time. Hey, that is sincerity. He's sincere. Prabhupada gave the meaning of sincerity or sincere by being focused. So he wants to see the Lord. He's trying. That trying alone is a good quality. Look, how many lakhs of people in Pune, how many are getting up early in the morning or trying to chant the holy name of the Lord? The worst devotee is better than the best karmi. Okay? Worst is not really worst, but at least he's trying. That is a big plus. So we should appreciate each and every one. If we appreciate each and every one, then everyone will go back home, back to Godhead. We don't want to go back home to Godhead alone. We want to carry as much as possible with us. So you should have a good radar. As soon as the mind starts to find fault, only those who are authorities, those who have position, they can correct others. Or if you have a relationship with that devotee, you can correct him. If you don't have a relationship, you don't have any position, you better not. Or if you want to correct that devotee, you can tell the other devotee who has a position or relationship or an authority. Like the managers, like, Prabhupada says, the duty of the managers is to find faults, to find mistakes, so that everything will come to the standard, the way Prabhupada expecting us to be. They have the authority. They can say, hey Prabhuji, it's like this morning I was leading Mangal Arti. I cannot tell it immediately. That devotee who is playing Mridanga, don't put your japamala on the floor, even there is some kind of cloth or mat. It's still on the floor. Don't put anything on the floor as much as possible. Even Lakshmi, anything, because these are all sacred. You're writing Krishna on your notebook, but then the notebook is on the floor. So if I started to say, hey, Prabhu, 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 then the whole day I will say, Prabhu, 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 Prabhu. Set the best example as you can be. And that is the best teacher. Okay. Anything else? Yes.
Yes. Hare Krishna Maharaj, thank you so much for your nectarian class. Please accept my humble obeisances as your aspiring servant.
Hare Krishna.
Maharaj,
Yes.
Maharaj, you mentioned a point like whatever we hear, it should not enter from one ear and leave another. So for neophyte like me, how to prevent it from entering one ear and leaving other? What are the measures and what needs to be done from my side?
You should think that by hearing it is also a service. Service means being attentive. So even by hearing, it is a seva. These are the 9 processes, right? Shravanam, Kirtanam, Vishnu, Smaranam. Smaranam, remembering. And one may say, oh Maharaj, I'm finding it difficult to remember things. Don't worry. Keep hearing and hearing and hearing. It'll sink in eventually because you'll get purified. You don't know that you're getting purified. But the main thing is to get as much as possible. In the beginning, I don't know what's going on. I cannot understand the Bhagavad Gita. I just have to repeat again and again and again. So now, when I hear something, I consider it to be very valuable, especially from the Sastra, from anyone who will speak here, Srimad Bhagavatam or Bhagavad Gita. From the senior devotees, when you hear something, consider it as very valuable. Okay?
Yes. And how will I understand that whatever I have heard have synced in?
When you apply it, the application is more important than the hearing. Because if you don't apply what you've heard, it's considered to be like only in the air. It's only like a decoration. No, you have to apply. And ultimate application is surrender to Krishna.
Yes, Maharaj. Thank you so much. Hare Krishna.
Anything else? Yes. Even this mic has a service.
Hare Krishna Maharaj. Thank you very much for a wonderful lecture. Maharaj, you told that the application is more important than hearing. So in the beginning we see that because of ignorance, we are just taking in, but we are finding difficult to apply it. So there is some risk or danger in just hearing and not applying?
Because your faith is not there. You have a shallow faith. We have to have faith. Every day our faith should be increasing. Have faith on the holy name. Have faith on your spiritual master. Have faith in Srila Prabhupada. Have faith on the Bhagavad Gita. These are not just books. This is Krishna. Yeah. You're chanting the holy name of the Lord. That is Krishna. So the more you become mature, you realize that everything is Krishna. You can relate everything to Krishna. A Paramahamsa. Yes? I'll give you some qualities of the Paramahamsa. You have to be a Paramahamsa, all of us, one day. He has equal vision. Was that verse? Vidya binaya sampane brahmani gaviyastini sunichaiva sapakecha pandita samadarsina. He sees with equal vision a brahmana, a cow, an elephant, a dog, and dog eater. He is tolerant, merciful, friendly to all, peaceful. This is a sadhu, ornaments of a sadhu. Titikshava karunika, surida sarva dehinam. A sadhu is a devotee of the Lord. Of course, you've seen Mayavad sadhu also. They are sadhus. They're renounced. But that is not the real sadhu. Sadhu is a devotee. They make places into holy places because the Lord resides in their hearts. They carry Krishna with them. Wherever they go, it's like Prabhupada, wherever he went, became Tirtha, a holy place. Yes. But at least we should come to the Madhyam platform. Then one can become Paramahamsa. And what is a Paramahamsa? Again? Well, this is in relation to others as well. Right now, we're just trying to become a devotee. We're not devotee yet, because a devotee is very rare. But in the Nectar of Instruction, Rupa Goswami says, We should mentally honor the chanter of Krishna. Anyone who chants the holy name, we should mentally honor them. But we should bow down to an initiated devotee. Don't bow down only to the sannyasis. You should bow down also to fellow devotees, fellow brahmacharis. In the old days, that means in the early days, devotees, they offer obeisances with each other whenever they see each other. Are we seeing that also? These days? Sometimes. Not all the times, right? Offer obeisances with each other. Associate with and serve those who are advanced devotees. What else says here? Paramahamsa transcends the modes of material nature. In a purport, it says, one can be lifted immediately to the position of Paramahamsa simply by agreeing to receive this message. The problem here is that we're still speculating. Shall I really do it or not? Or we have fear. Fear is there that if I surrender, what will happen to me? If I agree to what Maharaj says, what's going to happen to me? Yeah? Then I will not apply this. I'm not going to apply. Let me just check a little bit, then that is good. It says here, Paramahamsa's real nature, ultimate nature is compassionate. Conditioned soul's nature is envy, nirmatsara. That's why Paramahamsas are nirmatsara. They don't have envy. So, yes, the application is a little bit difficult, more than hearing. Hearing is easy. You can be here, but I don't know if you are really here. Maybe you're in somewhere else. Physically, you are here. So we should be always present. Present that Krishna is there. Then it'll make a very rapid effect on our consciousness and into our hearts. And then we will apply it. Automatically, we don't have to push ourselves. In the beginning, yes, I have to do this, I have to do that. But later on, because everything will become so simple, you don't have to endeavor. Getting up early in the morning, you don't have to endeavor. You will feel guilty if you don't come for Mangalarti. Yes? And if you miss Mangalarti and you don't feel guilty, something is wrong. Unless you are sick. Okay, I think we'll stop here now. Is that okay? Srila Prabhupada K. C.C. Radha Vrindavan Chandra K. C. Jagannath Baladev Subhadra Maharani K. C.C. Gaur Nitai K. Nitai Gaur Shitanath Premanande. Hari Hari Bol. Hari Om Tat Sat. There must be sound now, though. Something was wrong with trying to do something. I don't know. Something didn't work out properly.